Once again, we have another mystery thriller. It's supposed to be a comedic series too on our hands from Netflix. Bodkin. What were your expectations going to see this mystery?
I expected to be on the edge of my seat from the first episode because of what the premise said, podcast, true crime, and they even said some mix of dark comedy is going to be there. I'm like, okay. I did not laugh once. Like, I was just wondering, when the first episode passed, I said, okay, no wala, let's move on. Second episode, I'm like, okay. Third episode, I'm like, nah. I did not care about any single person in this series.
I was expecting a lot from Bodkin, but I don't think I got it.
You promised something and you did not deliver on it.
I liked it, but I was expecting more. It's not bad. You just have to be in the mood to press play on. Bodkin follows a group of people going to investigate the disappearance of 3 people who went missing during an annual festival in this idyllic town, Bodkin, in Ireland.
This trio, they included Gilbert, the podcaster here. He's an American podcaster, although he has Irish roots. And his podcast blew up when he documented his journey leaving his wife that had cancer. When it was a success, he dived into true crime. And this case in Bodkin, he's hoping that it will also blow up because his podcast is kind of failing.
He's joined by Dove Maloney, who is an investigative journalist in London. But she gets assigned to this case following the death of one of her sources, a government whistleblower.
The third in this trio is the earnest Emma, who is also a researcher here. But as they start to unravel this case, they find out that this is way bigger than we thought. We thought it was just going to be like a simple story. These nice people are going to tell us what happened in their town 20 years ago and we'll get on our way. But no, it's way deeper than they thought. This series was a disappointment to me. Bodkin, I really wanted so much. Like, you don't understand how much I was hoping that this series is going to keep me on the edge of my seat. I'm like, what's going to happen? Because it's very interesting. Podcast and true crime, and you get more than your fair share of what you're expecting when you arrived. So I was expecting a lot. Although there are a lot of plot twists, it's just really layered and a very messy tangle. At the same time, while I was watching, I did not even care about any of the characters anymore at the point. I'm like, okay, you are giving me the bare minimum right now. This story is not even that interesting. I don't like anything about it.
I was quite interested in the case because when they were coming to Bodkin, this was the first time in 20 years that they were going to host the festival again. So what's going on? And everybody has expected people in this town will always want to withhold information. And I think the case, all the plot twists, all the mystery, they were enough for me to just keep me hooked to the series. That was just like my favorite thing in the series because I had so many suspects. All my theories were actually wrong at the end of the day. I like when a series or whatever I'm watching is able to just surprise me. And Bodkin did that. That's what
was surprising at the end.
Some of the first was really surprising. I did not see them coming in any way. I thought it was going to be like a straightforward, very predictable thing, but it was not predictable in any way at all.
It was not predictable, but it was not surprising or intriguing to me. Like, I'm like, okay, even when they revealed that part about Fiona, I was like, okay, what next? Move on. Like, Bodkin, nah.
What I did not like in the series is that the pacing started to drag and it was noticeable because we were waiting for the mystery to happen and it became annoying because like, okay, who did it? What's going on here? Where did they disappear to? I want to know. That's when the pacing thing got really annoying and that's what I did not like about the series. The pacing was
It was like they were trying to just throw in a lot of twists so that it would keep us like interested, like, oh yeah, you're not gonna see it coming
and you did not see it coming.
The series could have been 4 episodes long or even 2 episodes long, or it could have been a movie. So when you're trying to throw in a lot of twists that, oh, I know you didn't see that coming, it becomes boring. So that's what the Bodkin did for me. It became boring.
I like to guess. I enjoy guessing a lot. And the characters were quite interesting. First of all, Gilbert. I think Gilbert and Dove, they were very similar in my opinion. They were very ruthless to get whatever they wanted. But Gilbert is the more subtle about it. He wants you to just give it to him willingly. But Dove will go ahead and take it from you by force. I think it was pretty interesting because these two were very similar, unlike Emmy, who was more, oh, I admire Dove so much. And the fact that Gilbert was also struggling with his marriage after the release of his first podcast. I thought it was quite interesting. I
thought that was the most interesting thing in this series. It was funny. It got me thinking like, okay, that's true. Because a lot of people are like, oh, I'm telling this story, it's my experience. But there's another person on the other side that I did not ask you to tell this story. And I loved it. That's the only part of the series that was like, okay, yeah, this makes sense.
The series opened with Dove walking into her source's apartment and seeing the person already dead. I really wanted to see more from that story, although it was not related to what's happening in Bodkin. I really wanted them to explore it.
I will give this series a 3 out of 5 because of the production, because I respect the production. If I am to tell someone that, okay, watch a thriller, I will never even remember to say, oh, watch Bodkin.
I think I'll give it 3.5 because of how it was stalling. The characters are pretty interesting.
Just one. Just give it to me.
The characters are pretty interesting. Ireland is beautiful as ever. If you like series about podcasts and true crime and just mystery in general, maybe you will like this one because it has a handful of mysteries for you to see. If you've seen Bodkin, tell us what you think in the comments. Did you like it? Did you see all those mystery, all those twists and turns coming or not? Tell us in the comment section, and do not forget to like this video, share and subscribe to our channel.
Do take good care of yourself. Goodbye.